going on, everybody? I am here with another movie kind of reaction review. Um, this one's a little different. It's not a live action huge blockbuster film. I'm going to be watching Justice League: The New Frontier. This is a animated movie. I'm not sure if this is in the DC animated universe in itself, if this is some multiversal thing and it's also in that DC animated universe, or if it's just its own thing, but I'm assuming it's just its own thing. The reason I'm watching this is because I've seen kind of an influx of people on Twitter and TikTok and whatnot talking about how they're pretty sure that this is James Gunn's like plan when they look at kind of where the DCU is and where it's going. Obviously, still very brand new and just kind of starting up. But as they kind of look at it, as well as like started filming and started like production on Superman 2025, James Gunn posted a photo from, I'm forgetting the name of it, but from a Superman comic um, that has a very similar art style to The New Frontier, which is a comic, obviously, that then was a animated movie. So yeah, this seems to be maybe the idea and kind of the plan of where the DCU's, at least kind of like phase one with Gods and Monsters, is going to be going. So I figured this is free on YouTube, so anybody that wants to watch it, go ahead and watch it. And I figured, let's watch it, let's give our thoughts on it, because if this is the plan, if this is, or at least the basis of kind of his plan for this, that's a pretty big deal. So I want to see if I'm going to be interested in this and whatnot. I know Batman takes kind of a backseat. He's not like a main character, and Batman is my favorite DC character. So that has me a little kind of cautious going into it, but in general, I am intrigued and excited to get into it. So let's get into it.
Wow, you really do know him.
You must be Robin. I hear you're quite a detective.
Well, I try not to brag, but...
Have you finished your homework yet?
Right.
New look? A sidekick? Do you mind if I ask you?
As a matter of fact, I do. Let's just say I set out to scare criminals, not children.
Fair enough.
Changed locations, but I finished Justice League: The New Frontier. I thought it was a fun movie. Nothing too crazy. I did enjoy it. It's only like an hour and some change, so it's not a long watch. It was, yeah, very, very fun movie. The animation style is really cool. I like the 50s vibe that it brings. I would say the only thing I really didn't care for was Batman in general. I mean, I knew Batman was kind of taking a backseat in this, which is fine, but the voice for Batman I was not a fan of. No hate to the guy that does or anything like that, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. But yeah, in general, I thought it was fun. It had a good job of like introducing, and using a bunch of characters, but it really still focused on like four main characters. Yeah, Hal Jordan really got to like shine here, which was cool. Seeing like his origin in a way, and then seeing him kind of show up and f shit up, at the end was really cool. So yeah, I thought it was fun. It had a stat cast with Neil Patrick Harris as Barry Allen and Keith David as the whatever it's called, the villain. Yeah, it's pretty stacked cast. Pretty fun movie. I can see very easily how James Gunn could adapt this as like the big event for like phase one of the DCU, because I mean it's a pretty simple story. It's pretty straightforward. You get a bunch of characters. You focus on like a few main ones, but then you have, in the DCU terms, you have Superman. You have maybe Peacemaker, probably both of the Lanterns as like your main characters, but then you also have like Metamorpho and Hawkgirl in that movie as well, and you use them as like side characters. So I could easily see how that can come into play to have all these heroes team up to take on an island-sized villain that is trying to take over everything. So it seems very clear that it could be, it could be done for sure. So if this is the way, I'm not against it. I think it'll be very interesting to see how they do it in the DCU, because there are some characters that come into play in this, like the Flash, that isn't in the DCU yet and whatnot. So it will be interesting to see how they kind of adapt it for the DCU with characters that may or may not be in the DCU that are in the comic slash animation. So yeah, I thought it was a fun movie. Definitely check it out. It's free on YouTube, so that would be easy for everybody to check out, especially if this is the path forward. Maybe kind of study up a little bit on, what this is before we kind of get to that point in the DCU. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you want more kind of reactions and stuff like that, let me know. I have a few with myself, with my friends, with my cousins and things like that. So yeah, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.